Dear cadets, it's Nizamuddin Ahmed, Associate Professor of English and Head of the Department, Barishal Cadet College, Barishal, would like to invite you to the second session with you. You know, Corona crisis is accelerating day by day. During such a moment, this sort of online approach may be fruitful to you to go on with your continuous efforts in study. However, today I'm going to have a further delivery taking on of the specific lessons and units from your EFT. But before going through our textual business, I'd like to share the learning outcomes of today's lesson. Okay, dear boys, let's have a look what might be today's learning outcome. Yes, at the end of the lesson, the cadets will be able to know about the Statue of Liberty, to know about the sculptor of the statue, to attempt the multiple choice option, and lastly, the cadets will be able to answer the short questions from the EFT. Dear cadets, I think you have already come to know that our today's discussion is on the Statue of Liberty. So here you see the picture of Statue of Liberty. The other picture you see from different dimension, from different direction you can see. Okay, now I would like to refer you to Unit 8, Lesson 3 from your EFT. Please take your English for Today textbook at your hand. Today, I am referring you all to the chapter The Statue of Liberty taken from lesson 3. Okay, you know, the Statue of Liberty is also called Liberty Enlightening the World. What do you mean by the term Liberty Enlightening the World? That means the very statue you saw a little earlier, this statue is a symbol of freedom. It denotes the liberty for the human being. So here our discussion will be surrounded by this textbook, and here I have taken the extract from Unit 8, Lesson 3. So here, you know, the Statue of Liberty is the national monument of United States of America, and France gifted this statue to the Americans on the occasion of celebrating the 100 years of the American Declaration of Independence. This statue was designed by the famous French sculptor Frederic Auguste Bartholdi. Actually, it was a joint venture of France and the USA. France raised the fund to make the main frame of the statue, while USA made the pedestal or the base of the statue. Statue of Liberty came into being on October 28th of 1886. This statue is also called the Liberty Enlightening the World, as I have mentioned a little earlier. So please have your textbook. Now go to lesson 3 from unit 1. So go through the text, but throughout the text there are some words in red color. So please follow the red colored word, because on that words we will have a practice on vocab learning. Okay, that is vocabulary. You see the continuous text from one after another. I think having done this delivery, you should take your EFT further and you should go through the text again for having a clear concept on the content. Okay, so that is the last extract taken from the text. I think you have already gone through the text. Now we will have a look on some vocabs. Okay, we will have a practice on the new vocabulary. First of all, here comes sculpture. Okay, what's a sculpture? Actually, sculpture means the art of making some object by metal or maybe a stone or clay or wood, and the person who works on sculpture, he is called sculptor. So here the Statue of Liberty, it's designed by a famous sculptor, namely Bartholdi. Okay, Frederick Auguste Bartholdi. In my introduction, I also mentioned his name earlier. Okay, so about regarding the sculptor, we would have a further discussion later on, but let's have another look on the next vocabulary. The word here is venture. The meaning of this word, that is an activity which incurs some risks or hazards. Or on the screen you see a new activity, usually in business, which involves risks or uncertainty. From your text, the term has been taken as joint venture. Actually, venture means doing something by joint collaboration. You know, the Statue of Liberty is done as a joint collaboration of France and America. Okay. Then the next word comes pedestal. Pedestal means the base or some platform on which something is erected. Okay, some base or support. You know, Statue of Liberty, it's a huge monument, and this monument is erected on a base or a foundation. So this base is called the pedestal. Okay, you see the construction before installing the Statue of Liberty, the pedestal was constructed, and here on that very pedestal or base, the statue is installed, right? Then the word here is crate. Crate means actually box, some sort of box, like we see mango crate or fruits crate, like that. And this box may be made of some plastic or wood or some metal. You can see also a picture of crate here. Okay. Then unveil, that means to unveil means to open or to disclose something, or maybe in some ceremonial cases to inaugurate any program or ceremony like that. The next word here is centennial. The word actually, the centenary, but in different way. That means in American English, the term is used as centennial. Actually, centennial or centenary means 100 years anniversary or celebration of 100 years. You know, the Statue of Liberty was a gift by France to commemorate 100 years celebration of independence of America, right? The next word here is stationary. But is stationary, it means something static or that becomes something stagnant. That is the thing uh, which is not moving at all. Okay, but there is a homonyms, that is the same sounding word, but spelling appears to be different. Here you see the spelling of the word is Stationary, but if the spelling is Stationery, that means if it is E in place of A, then the meaning of the word becomes different. Okay, you see another word, homonymous word, that is stationary, means some paper or scale or pencil or other writing materials as well. Okay, then the word comes protruding. The actually the word here protrude the verb word here is protrude. The meaning of this word to stick out from or through something. Okay, then robe actually means loosely worn cloth. That is a statue. You have already seen the Statue of Liberty. The statue actually is in the form of a female shape, and she wears a robe like a gown. Okay, and you might have observed robe is especially on a ceremonial program. You might have observed some convocation of university. In such a convocation, you might have seen the university graduates wear that sort of loose gown, or like it's also called robe. Okay, then the word here comes oppression. That means the rule with a very strong hand, rule with a cruel or atrocious hand, and that is suppressing something mercilessly. Okay, that is called oppression. And slavery, that is the state of bondage. In this process, the slave loses his full freedom. Okay, this is called slavery. So all these are about our vocabulary learning. Now the word the term comes here as sculptor. It's also discussed earlier that the person who is involved in sculpture, he is called a sculptor, and the sculptor Frederick Auguste Bartholdi is the designer of the Statue of Liberty. We have already come to know. So let's have a look on that famous sculptor is Frederick Auguste Bartholdi. Okay, you see the picture of Auguste Bartholdi, a very sophisticated person, sophisticated designer. Here you see the biography. Actually, we would not like to take much time on the biography of this sculptor, because we have some other practice or some lesson from your EFT to be completed on that particular unit. So here, actually, Bartholdi, Auguste Bartholdi was born in Colmar, and he comes from a prosperous family from the German Rhineland. And you know, his father was a very famous person, a very rich man. He was a property owner, and Bartholdi actually he was famous not only in his country France, rather he is famous for his painting and for his art uh, throughout the world, and for his great performance, for his great contribution. In France, there is a Bartholdi Museum. That means this museum is named after this great sculptor Bartholdi. Another installment you see, that is a fountain is made, and it's named after that great sculptor Bartholdi. You see here, that's a very finest pitch of the sketch that is duly signed by the sculptor himself. Initially, he made the plan of making such a Statue of Liberty. You see the date and the year, that is, it was done in the year of 1879, and at the bottom there is a signature of the great sculptor. So that was the initial case for the Statue of Liberty, you see. Now the measurement of the statue, though your textbook doesn't provide you with that measurement, but for your further learning, you can have a glimpse on that measurement of a statue as well. uh, Other concept of statue, you see, there is a huge installment, you see, from the measurement or from the other statistics of the statue. Okay. Now, some other pictures of the construction at the time of construction. You see interiorly there's a staircase through which one can go at the pinnacle of the monument, and there is also some other pictures while it was being constructed. You see the gigantic structure was being built at the time, and pedestal, you can see it was also discussed earlier. Here another glimpse you can have, that is the person who is observing the uh, countenance of that structure. The person is nearly 6 feet height person. So he is at the uh, length of the nose of this statue, you see. So from that content, you may have a clear idea of the vastness of that statue, the magnanimity that the statue earned. Okay. So the mighty torch that is set on the top of the statue, you see. Now I would like to share you some replica. What is replica? That is not the original one, the copy that is imitating of the actual shape. So this replica is set on the River Seine in Paris. Last year, while I was visiting in France, and I was visiting the River Seine, I could behold that very replica. That is, you see, behind there is the great monument, another great monument of the world, that is Eiffel Tower. Okay. So in the world, there are some other replicas of the Statue of Liberty in different countries. I would like to share you. That is another replica that is constructed in Japan, you see. And now the coin, the impression of the Statue of Liberty may be available in dollar or $1 coin of the United States of America. See another coin, and it, in that coin there is also the impression of that very statue. Okay. Now we are approaching towards the answer session. question answer session. So these five questions have been taken from your textbook, you know. So one after another, we'll try to attempt the answer the question. Okay. First of all, here comes: on what occasion did the French government give the Statue of Liberty to the USA? Okay, the answer is very much clear. That was it was a gift, and it was nothing but commemorating the centennial of USA Declaration of Independence that was done in 1886. Okay, in my introduction, I also gave its a clear delineation. Here comes the second question: when did she reach her destination? That means her destination. She, that is the Statue of Liberty, is personified here as a female figure. Okay, so this answer may be: she reached her destination in the year of 1886. How was she transported? Yes, she was transported by the French warship named Israel. Okay. How was new technology made it possible for people to see the statue from anywhere they are? Okay, through webcam. As throughout your text, you will have the idea. A series of new webcam is placed around the torch of the statue, so any person can have access to the live feed of the statue through webcam from anywhere in the world. Okay, so here, what do you understand by the expression enlightening the world? Yes, uh, I have also given you some idea regarding the enlightening the world, liberty enlightening the world. That means it upholds the significance or dignity of liberty. But here, by this term, enlightening the world, that means to uh, remove the darkness. Okay, and this darkness may be eradicated by education only. An educated man can lead a life from free from oppression and slavery, of course. So all these are regarding the answer of the certain questions taken from your EFT. Now I would like to shift to my next session, that is called multiple choice question. So first, multiple choice question. Here you can see for alternative answer. So what should be the right answer? You will have to find it out. Okay. So here comes the Statue of Liberty is originally called Liberty Enlightening Island, enlightening the world, or enlightened the world, or enlightening the world, or lead the world. So what should be the answer? Obviously, enlightening the world. Answer should be here, you see, enlightening. Okay. The next one, multiple choice question 2. Where is the Statue of Liberty situated? So for alternatives: Paris, New York, Dhaka, Washington DC. So what might be the answer? Obviously, the answer should be New York, you see. Okay. Here comes the third one, or C, multiple choice question. The statue was a gift from the people of dash to the United States as a sign of friendship. So people of, what should be the answer? People of America, United Kingdom, France, or United Arab Emirates. Okay. So obviously the answer should be the people of France. Okay. You see, the correct answer here is France. Then the multiple choice question 4, dash pound of steel is used to make the frame of the statue. So 6 lakh pound, 5 lakh 2,000 pounds, 9 lakh 80,000 pounds, 2 lakh and 50,000 pounds. So what should be the answer? Obviously, the answer should be 2 lakh and 50,000 pounds. The chart of measurement that I shared with you earlier, you saw here, that is the weight of steel used in a statue, that is 250,000 pounds. Okay. The last multiple choice question, that is just multiple choice question 5. The total weight of the statue is 45 uh, 45 lakh 2000 pounds, or 2004.1 metric tons, or 301.1 metric tons, for 402 4.1 metric tons, or 482.1 metric tons. So what should be the answer, correct answer? Okay, the correct answer that was also shared by the chart of measurement that I shared you earlier. The answer should be 204 and 1 metric tons. Okay, you see, you can match the answer from the measurement chart again. The total weight used in a statue, that is 204.1 metric tons. You see the answer here, that is in red color or red mark. Okay, so we have already completed the some exercise taken from your EFT or textbook. Now home task for you. So you must submit your home text in the next session, obviously. Okay, so your home text is true false attempt. There are some of statements, 5 statements. So you should determine whether the statements are true or false. If false, you should give the correct answer, and if the statement is true, then simply you will write down the word true in front of the sentence. Okay, so that's your home text. That means true, attempting true false. Okay, so dear boys, uh, that's all for today. Please don't go outside showing any lame excuse. Maintain the corona discipline strictly. You should bear in your mind that you yourself should ensure your security, the security of yourself, and the security of your family as well. Stay home and stay sweet, dear cadets. Looking forward to hearing you soon, inshallah. Have a good day.